Hello and welcome to Science City's NatureWorks and welcome to Earth Day 2020. My name is Becky and today we're going to look at Carlos Santana, our black and white Argentine tegu, who is going to help us learn about invasive species. Well, Earth Day is all about taking care of our Earth and having a healthy biodiversity or a variety of life. Many ecosystems make up our biodiversity. And an ecosystem is a community of organisms that live together in an area, and they include microscopic organisms all the way up to animal life. It also includes the non-living materials like water, soil, sand. But an ecosystem can be as small as a rotting log or as big as a huge desert. But the organisms all live together in a natural balance. But when a stranger or an invasive species is introduced, it can harm or even destroy an ecosystem. It can bring disease. It competes for food. It can eat the food of other animals that they depend on, and then they end up dying because they can't find enough food. The tegu, unfortunately, has become that stranger or that invasive species in Florida. The tegu became popular as a pet back in the early 2000s, and people got them and then realized they get big, they can be aggressive at times, and they decided they didn't want them. So if they lived in Florida, they thought, well, it's warm in Florida, and the black and white Argentine tegu comes from a warm climate in South America, so why not just let it go out in my backyard and he'll be fine out in the wild? Well, that's never a good idea, because that way they tend to start breeding and having babies, and then there's more and more of them, and then you have an invasive species. The tegus are omnivores, and our Carlos is showing you how he loves to eat. But they eat other things as well as meat. They eat eggs, and he's having a dinner of scrambled eggs and ground turkey right now. And they also eat eggs of endangered animals in the wild. So consider our turtles and even our sea turtles. And the tegus love to dig out those eggs and eat them. So they're eating the eggs of animals that are already endangered, and that can cause a problem. They also eat eggs of birds that are endangered as well. Carlos is about 2 years old, and he is, maybe 3 feet long, but he's going to get much bigger. He's one of our favorite animal ambassadors because the tegus can be quite friendly if they're raised right. But if you ever get an animal, you always need to do your research and make sure that you can take care of that animal, even when it's going to get bigger. They're not going to stay small all the time. We need to be responsible pet owners and do our homework before we even get a pet. And never release an animal that you don't want, big or small. Even a tiny organism that doesn't belong in an ecosystem can cause all kinds of problems. So let's remember on this Earth Day to take care of our planet. Go outside and enjoy those wild things. And even in your backyard, explore and search for ecosystems and see what you can find. Enjoy this Earth Day 2020. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.